What's up, guys? Good morning. Hope you're feeling good. What we're talking about today? Talking about today is a concept that helped me very much to learn this past year. It's been a process of realization my whole life, but the ways that I learned about it, in particular, the framework, which just came into my life this year. This concept is from an author, a content creator named Aziz Gazipura. I might be butchering that. Apologize if you see this or if I butchered that in general. Either way, but my man, he's basically a masculinity coach in a way. More that he targets in particular nice people who are extremely nice. And they don't know how to be themselves in the real world without being nice, right? Being niceness, the nice guy syndrome, not being disagreeable, that kind of thing. He's made a ton of different content. I believe he is some sort of doctorate, actually, is of some kind with actual degrees and all that kind of thing. But he has a few different books out. He makes content on YouTube. I believe his YouTube is Shrink for the Shy Guy. That's on Spotify. I believe it's on YouTube as well. I know he has an account on YouTube. But he makes some great stuff. You should check him out. You should really enjoy his stuff if you're anything like me and grew up shy, grew up introverted in certain ways, found failure or found a lot of pain and suffering in the process of trying to be yourself simply because you didn't want to step on toes and never wanting to be mean and that kind of silly shit, right? I know I've faced that in my life, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So check him out. Like I said, you can find him pretty much anywhere. Aziz Gazipura. It's like Aziz Gazipura. I believe that's how you spell his name. But yeah, one concept he talks a lot about that I wanted to talk about in this video is the difference between niceness and kindness. Niceness and kindness, right? So you might hear those and be like, well, that's the same thing. No, at least by his definition and what makes a lot of sense in general, they're not the same thing. Okay, and I had to learn this personally, and I am attempting to help other people who I have seen made similar decisions to me in regards to this or gone through similar situations. I'm putting this book in front of them, this idea in front of them to help them in the same way it helped me. Because we need this. Our society is filled with this. I know how much not realizing these things, these concepts, hurt me in my life and made my life much more difficult at times. Okay? The book that I read in particular, that I'm planning on reading again, actually my mother is reading the book right now. The book is Less Nice, More You. Less Nice, More You. Okay? In that, again, he talks about the difference between kindness and niceness. So niceness is what we all know. Niceness is, I'm very friendly. I'm very, you can have whatever you want. I'll give you the world. I'll give you the shirt off my back. You can have it all. Take it all. I don't want to offend you. I don't want to step on toes. I'm walking on eggshells constantly. I'm just at the nth degree. I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm walking around eggshells around everybody because I don't want to make anybody mad. I don't want to make anybody offended. I don't want to cause any negativity. I don't want to cause any conflict, right? Where kindness, on the other hand, is I can do all of that stuff that I just said. I can step on toes. I can do whatever I need to do, but I choose not to. Right? I can say exactly how I feel. If you become offended, so be it. I can't make everybody happy, but I can be kind. I can say, hey man, look, you're doing a good job. You could do better at this, but at least you're still here. You're still trying, right? I'm not sugarcoating. I'm not adding fluff in there just to make someone feel much better. I'm being authentic. I'm being myself. I'm speaking from the heart. I'm speaking truly. So if that means telling somebody something they don't want to hear, then I'm going to do that. Right? If there's an actual purpose behind it, I'm going to do that. Like, I'm going to be myself. I'm going to articulate myself the way that I see fit. If you don't like it, so be it. And with that, with my integrated shadow, with my sense of self that knows where I am in the world, that says, hey, I can be whatever way I want to be. As long as I'm being myself, it really doesn't matter. Of course, I'm not going to go out of my way to harm people or make people feel some type of way. But I'm going to express myself. I'm going to express myself for who I am, for who I want to be. I'm going to express my beliefs. We're going to have conversations. I am completely up to open discussing something. Right? These it's kind of ideas. Whereas with niceness, it's not really any of that. It's at all cost. I am not going to offend anybody. I'm going to give everybody everything they want. I'm going to basically let myself be ran over in many different ways for the sake of not offending others, for the sake of making everybody else happy. Have you ever felt this way? Have you ever made a decision and afterwards you thought, man, why did I do that? Why did I think that was a good idea? I mean, I just basically allowed them to walk all over me just so I didn't offend anybody. Now, if this is something you've done for a long time, you might cover it up. Like your mind might already have a kind of internal defense mechanism that allows you to cover up what just happened and what you allowed to happen, with a little glazing, right? So it's just easier. It's just easier, right? I know this better than a lot of people. I watched it a ton in my childhood, and then I developed into it at certain times in my life where I had a people-pleasing energy, an energy that wasn't, authentic. It wasn't me. It was not stepping on eggshells. It was not, not stepping on other people. Just, don't offend anybody. It's a load of shit, man. It's not authentic. It causes a lot more issues in the long run. Right? So, and don't get me wrong, I'm not completely out of the woods. It's something that I still, fight against and do my best against to be that individual who is just authentic, who doesn't have these different narcissistic or people-pleasing tendencies. And this is a process of healing that we all need to go through. But this concept has helped me a lot. Because kindness is great. Kindness is great. Be nice, be kind to other people, help other people out. But don't live for everybody else. Don't live for other people's desires. Don't let everybody else walk over you to get what they want and you not be able to express what you want in the world. Don't do that. You have to have that self-respect that allows you to stand upright and stand for what's right to you in the world. And fight for those environments and situations that call for your expression. They call for your viewpoint. Rather than the previous where it's like, you're just living for everybody else, man. You're just nice as can be. You don't step on any eggshells. You're just, you want it, you got it, man. I got you. And never giving enough care for who you are, or never being there for yourself, for hearing what you want to express and putting it under the rug and worrying about what everybody else wants. Right? And again, this might be something habitual that you don't even realize you do anymore. You might have been doing it for half of your life. Maybe you are in a relationship where the other person's narcissistic or they have a narcissistic quality, and you're just attracting that from your childhood in some sort of way. So you're not dealing with it. You don't realize that that's what's happening. So your energies are colliding, and that's why you're still together. And this is a constant rolling over effect where it's, they always get what they want, but it feels like you're still the bad guy because that nice energy, because that people-pleasing energy, that lack of self-respect that never knows our true position, that never holds ourselves in the right position to be able to fight back against an evil, negative force such as narcissism. You see, narcissists are constantly feeding off of others' energy. Or people-pleasing and narcissism are always feeding off of other people's energy. They're not solid. They don't have solid energy on the inside. So they're both doing the same thing, but just in completely different ways. Narcissism's like, I'm going to drain your energy. I'm going to be everything I need to be. I'm going to express myself. I don't feel bad about any of it. And I'm going to take your energy. I'm going to take your energy for the sake of me. Where people pleasing is still taking energy for the sake of me, but it's like, I'm very nice. I'm going to win your energy. I'm going to win your energy with my niceness, with giving you everything you want and making sure everything's fine. And I'm going to feel okay inside because I made you feel okay. And with these two basic explanations, you could see why narcissists attract people pleasers. Because the narcissist wants to take all your energy for themselves, and the people pleaser gives all of their energy for themselves, right? So it's like these two energetic forces collide, and they stay together, and it's a very hard situation for the people pleaser to get out of, right? But I digress. I won't get into that. That's a topic for another video. Break your habits of being nice, of being overly nice and apologetic and basically living for everybody else. And be kind. Choose to be kind and loving and appreciative of other people. Like for yourself, for what's right. Right? And a lot of times this takes breaking against the norm. Like maybe you need to be mean. Maybe you need to be all about yourself for some time or in certain situations. Especially in those relationships where you've always been the nice person, maybe you need to break that down and just be all about yourself for a little bit of time, or at least in a few different circumstances, to the point where it allows you to see what can happen when you develop that level of self-respect, and that ability to stand up for oneself, that ability to be disagreeable for the right reason. Sometimes you just got to stand up tall, break some motherfucking necks, and do what you got to do, man. And we're talking about breaking habits that have been there for a long time, a lot of the time. So, if you have any questions, let me know below. Let me know what you got from this. Leave a like, subscribe, share it with someone in need. Yeah, guys, we're just going to keep doing the great thing. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Hope you go out there and you get to it. Yeah, but it's just a beautiful day. You kill everything that's in front of you in the right way, right? And be kind, and just be joyful, man. You got this.